Yo, what's up, man?
Great game.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're gonna have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including everyone's
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight's game at AT&T Center, it's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, to a man, I'm sure there is no one on that team satisfied with their 11th place position in the East right now. They've been in a little bit of a decline this season. And Che in action here, one of the huge talents and really one of the few who remained in college for a number of years.
Yeah, he had the ability to make the jump after 1 year, but he stayed true to himself and waited till he felt he was ready.
Well, that was a huge risk, staying in college. Injury, team not performing well, you not performing well. But sometimes that drops your value, but it worked out for him. Best to him, brother. Che, way to go.
That wraps it up for here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.
Oh, they had fashion on their minds as they entered the building. Soon, the only thing the Spurs will be thinking about is a win here at home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is, maybe the most famous building in all of Texas. It's the Alamo, of course, here in San Antonio. 2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A. Jake.
Well, guys, the retirements of
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at LaMarcus Aldridge. He's not quite there, but he's very close to his spot. In the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top five, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Look at Cleveland's starting group. We've got Kevin Love. Colin Sexton is out there with Che. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Aldridge in at the 5. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
And a wide open look for Porter. Busts the J after the KG pass fake. Porter's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Cleveland. Here's Murray, pass to Aldridge. White inside. He's going up against Love. Aldridge dishes to Murray. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond. There's Porter with the 3. Good. And it's Jay picking up the assist. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Staying open to what develops one of Che's biggest strengths as a playmaker.
Here's Murray. Che grabs the miss.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Porter passes to Che. With the floater, it's hauled in by Lyles. Not a fast start here for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way. A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
Murray outside. Outside DeRozan. To the right side. Inside, White. Back to Aldridge. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Set him up, and he'll knock him down. Aldridge is a dead-eye jump shooter.
On the wing, Che. He had 13 points in the win against Houston. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Spurs trail by 3. Murray surveying the D. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and it's good, 2 points.
There's the floater game. Murray incredibly smooth in everything he does.
Shea dishes to Drummond. Count it.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And so here's Cleveland. Shea outside. Doesn't go that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Wiles kicks to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldridge, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I love the body control to take the hit, still convert. Aldridge now going to the line for one more.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You know, he's standing 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. LaMarcus Aldridge prefers playing power forward, but make no mistake, he has the size to hang with the big dogs at center.
Offensive rebound, and Drummond kicks to Che. Another shot. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. And with his height and reach, not many that can block Aldridge's turnaround jumper.
His release on his jump shot is so high. The rainbow art, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
They get it back, and it's sent back by Drummond.
I feel like Drummond saw that one coming all the way. Great anticipation.
Shea passes to Porter. Love kicks to Sexton. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Here's Murray. Sweet little floater. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And here's Che. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Outside, Porter. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Murray with it. Jay's there, and it's good for 2. Murray's got 6.
Every time I see Murray, I'm reminded that he has a lot of moves around the cup.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I mean, it's a big-time victory when you can just storm back.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's DeRozan. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Porter is out there with Bell. Then it's Che. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Zizic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. San Antonio trailing here. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Smitty, certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed that.
It is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, aren't they? I mean, they're just very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
PA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Porter against DeRozan. Outside Aldridge. Knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Shea with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's a great pass. This is why you run your offense through a guy like Che. He understands the game.
Murray with it. Shea's there. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Murray. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Shea left side. Over to the left wing. On the wing, Che. Back to Sexton. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Now here's Murray. Covered by Che. He shoots again. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket for Murray.
Explosive athleticism. Murray usually showing it with the ball in his hands, but he can also just go get it.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shea passes to Zizic. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Aldridge has all the tools to protect the rim. He's only averaged 1 block a game for his career, but he got it done on that play.
And the Spurs making a change here. White's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Drummond comes in for Ante Zizic. And it's Kevin Love in for Jordan Bell. DeRozan finds Murray. Back to DeRozan. Murray outside. And the rejection by Love.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Che. Rebound San Antonio.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead. Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive. Last season, it took some time for the Spurs to gel with the early injuries and new faces. They played their best basketball down the stretch. Took the second-seeded Nuggets to 7 games.
In the back half of last season, the Spurs posting a 9-game winning streak. Steve, what changed for them?
You know, Kevin, for me, they toughened up their defense. They moved Jakob Poeltl into the starting lineup at the 5 position. And they found that chemistry and they got going.
Sexton, the pass to Love. That one drops for him. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Defensively, you can take away the 3, you can take away the lane, but Kevin Love shows you the touch from mid-range.
And the pass to Sexton. Good. And it's Che picking up the assist. Che's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Che dishes to Porter. Che passes to Porter. Nice D from DeRozan.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Oh, Murray nails both of them. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
No good with the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 5. They get a hand on it. Drummond passes to Che to the wing right side. Drummond up top. Now here's Che. He's tightly guarded. Left side, Porter from the arc. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
And Love has it in the corner. Che kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Spurs trail by 7. Murray dishes to Aldridge. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Outside, White. A floater. The shot misses. Good D by Drummond. Cleveland leading by 7. Che outside. Passes it to Sexton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That is just a careless.
7 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Garland. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
Solid finish to the quarter, making sure that one went in.
And so it's
that first half, absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got DeJounte Murray. Trey Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's DeRozan, and it's White in at the 2. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Shea, right side. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
DeRozan's shot is off.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Murray with the bounce pass. Aldridge. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Andre Drummond. Picks one up.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
To the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Dominating on the interior, Aldridge has the height and knows how to use his body to create space.
And that one's good. Drummond. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got 17.
This is the potential DeJounte Murray has. When he's feeling it, he can shoulder the offense.
And they double up Jay. Sexton finds Love. Good on the three-point shot.
He needs to be more proactive on offense and shoot it more. He's making most of his shots, so he's got to demand the ball more.
Knocked away. Shea with it. Outguarded by Murray. And Shea throws it down.
That's a good read. Chase sees the opportunity and goes. I like the way his mind works.
Murray outside. And finished off by DeRozan.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Murray outside. Lets a floater go.
Nice job of attacking that shot. Jay wants to intimidate you.
Free throw good, Murray.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Walker's checked in for the Spurs. And they double up Jay. He kicks to Drummond. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
And Drummond throws it down.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Lyles. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge. Good D by Drummond. The Cavaliers leading by 7. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
For Cleveland, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Ante Zizic is checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Zizic, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Left side, Walker. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's the fast break. And he slams it one-handed.
If I had Bell's hops, I'd be confident too. That's a reason to be confident.
Murray with the bounce pass. And here's Walker outside. That shot misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Shea outside. Pass to Sexton. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead. For San Antonio, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. White, wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That one is off.
Everyone knows Che's a passionate individual, but when the locker room gets tense, he comes with jokes to keep everyone loose.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson comes in for Zizic, and Larry Nance is subbed in for Porter. Now here's Mills. D right on him. Misses from close range. The drive by Che, and they pick up 2. Che's got the lead up to 12 now for Cleveland.
You can't ask for more than that. Offensively, Che getting the high percentage look.
Mills looking it over. Now the pass to Forbes. Looking to end the run, and he hits the jump shot. Forbes has got 6. The Cavaliers leading by 10. And they double up Che, and Thompson throws it down.
A solid athlete, quick leaper. Thompson's always a threat on this play.
Here is Forbes, covered by Che. Bertle, the pass to Walker. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 14. Passes to Samanic. Here's Forbes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for him.
I'll tell you, Forbes doesn't spend a lot of time in the paint, but that was a convincing move.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Can't hit from 12. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Shea outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
Heat check after heat check. Shea continues to show that this is his night.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Lonnie Walker. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Exum's checked in. Up top, Mills. He's got 5. Can't connect from short range. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Lobbed up there for Thompson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got 7 points in the game.
One of the smallest men on the floor, Mills using his quickness against good interior defense.
He lobs it up.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And 1:01 left in the third. The dish to Aldridge. Here is Forbes, covered by Shea. Right side, DeRozan. Hurdle trying to get open. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line. Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
Shea drives in.
He's a difficult guy to guard off the bounce. Shea catches the defender a little out of position.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Shea. Spurs trail by 17. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's DeRozan. Takes the 12-footer and hits. DeRozan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Now here's Shea. Not a lot of room. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And here's Mills for 3. And so it's Cleveland riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
A different look now for San Antonio. Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Porter comes in for Nance. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Dante Exum. And Chase subbed in for Garland.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Porter. Shea is out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Drummond in at the center position. And the shot goes down. And that's now 19 points for Shea.
He muscled that one in. Che unfazed by the physical play inside.
Pass to Lyles. Here's Aldridge. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up. He misses the free throw.
I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
And so here's Cleveland. Shea with it. He feeds it to Drummond. Shea outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Love. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Drummond. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got 7 rebounds in the game. Offensive rebound. Shea with the block. Dishes to Sexton. Over Aldridge. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. 17-point game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Shea dishes to Drummond, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Flexing the power. Drummond takes the hit, finishes through it, potential and one.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Love right side. 17-foot shot on the way. And he hits the jump shot.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Outside DeRozan. Aldridge up on top, defended by Drummond. Here's Murray. It's not going to go for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Shea kicks to Drummond. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
White against Love. Now White. And the rejection by Love. And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Cleveland leading by 21. And they double up Jay. The open look here for Sexton. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Murray outside. Back to White. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Drummond. Outside Porter. That's his 5th miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Murray outside. Floats one up. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Shea outside. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Shea.
And as good a point guard play as you'll see. He's controlled the game with his passing skills. And as good as he's been as a distributor, the only job his teammates need to worry about is getting open.
Now here's Mills. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jay, congrats on the win here tonight. It hasn't been easy for your team this year, but I'm sure you'd say there's a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, we had a good night tonight, but this is just one night, man. We need to come out here with this level of effort and energy the rest of the way, you know, to get our season back on track.
Well, there's time, and you guys are certainly making the most of yours right now. Good start. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
You guys were firing in all cylinders tonight. I was wondering if you could talk about your defense. How were you able to stop those guys from getting all those shots that they wanted?
We were all dialed in on D tonight. And when everyone is on point like this, hey, we can take away whatever you're trying to do. Doesn't matter who you are. Bring the heat. We got something for it.
Che, you've shown in the past you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. I'm wondering if there's any causes right now that you're passionate about. Are you doing any charity work, or is there anything that's grabbed your attention, maybe politically?
That's a good question, Patty. For the time being, I'm a little more focused on establishing my place in this league. You know, there's so much to learn, and it can be a little overwhelming. So I'm trying to get a handle on that before I do any of those things that you're talking about. You know, but I'm really looking forward to the offseason. I'll have a little more time to figure out how I can give back to the community. And my idols did that growing up, and that's something that's super important to me as well.
We're seeing more deep three.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.
Hey, how you been, man?
I see you out there doing work. Come on, back to work.
What's up?
When's team dinner? I'm starving. Someone needs to change their socks. Do you smell that?
just happened?
It's gonna work out. He just had to give it a shot. Among Us will continue their domination in this game number 1. I mean, of course, with the CK, you are waiting for him to get that SNY up before you can get Natsumi involved. That Midas, he can't really commit to a fight. It's just going to be a bit more time.
Yeah, Among Us can commit though. They smoked up after those kills. They're just constantly roaming that jungle. They know the farming pattern 032 wants to get done. Fortunately for 032, you know, Natsumi pulled up at the right time. Not gonna find anything with that smoke, but that's the game plan here. Play hard, play fast for Among Us, and so far, it's been paying off. Savage as well, Mike. You look at that build in the Void. He's going for the Battle Fury after the Mask of Madness. He knows he has room to play greedy because the CK is still gonna have to save for the SNY himself.
Big smoke up, though. 032, they see Abed in the mid lane. Ninja Boogie gonna make it kind of obvious as he does steal the regen rune. Abed still pushing that mid lane, not really afraid. Oh, he's going for the illusion, Matthew. Abed tricks Matthew to go for the illusion, wastes the avalanche toss. Now the X-Boat comes in with the static storm and the chrono out from Savage, and they are just, they are mauling them, John.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Abed, how dare you trick Matthew like that? Glimpse back onto the Tiny, but they want the other. They're going to go for the snap by Ninja Boogie. He can't even get to the high ground. Oh, Savage is going to have his way with this Snapfire and make it another. Matthew does die to jabs. And these guys, I'll tell you, John, they have some really good chemistry already.
Oh, they definitely do. The timing on those spells, that's what we always talk about when you use those spells together. The chaining of the boat into the static storm with the chrono and the arrow. Perfect spacing from Among Us. That's the kind of play you want to see when you draft the Faceless Void. And 032? They've got to wait. You can't bite into the bait. They were defending their tier 1 hard, but this is something you have to accept when you go with a CK Midas. It does take time to come online. You will need to take a step back and wait for at least one mid-game item to be up. Even Nico needs some catch-up. They either go for pickoffs.
So big brain from Abed though, right? Like, he knew they were smoked, but he didn't back. He used an illusion rune to trick them into going for the wrong person. It's so dirty. Such a dirty little play, but I love to see it.
Yeah, they're just styling. They're just styling on top of 032 so far. 2-11, Mike. And 032, you know, that farm gap is growing a bit bigger. 6.1k in Natsumi, 7.6 in Savage. They need to make this investment work. Some patience is desired here, though.
Babs trying to leap away, but he's going to get caught out by Natsumi. Play out from 032. Gonna maybe try to apply some pressure into this mid-tier 1 tower. But it is still rather difficult. You've got Cuckoo and Whiteman ready to defend. Nico not going to stick around. Off.
Yeah, it's a nice pickoff. You'll take what you can get. Support pickup still, but that feeds into Natsumi, so accelerates his farm a bit. You can see Among Us, though, they are split up. This is not the time for them to fight. They're just waiting for the Chrono to be back up. There's that Battle Fury on Savage. Mask of Madness, Power Treads, Battle Fury at sub 15. Really fast farms for Savage this game.
That is pretty fast. And mid lane, they have found the hook stop off onto our Ember Spirit, and he does go down. Now a Stampede, they want to go for more. Matthew gonna get X'd up, but Abed ignores him. Going for more on the other side, but Matthew, he'll be alright. Savage gonna come in now back onto the Tiny, but will get tossed away. But Wyman has him trapped up in that kinetic field. A nice arrow out from Jabs. And that'll be your Tiny gone. Still a glimpse back onto Natsumi.
Oh, no.
He's all the way back up towards that top lane now. He just TP'd in. Ninja Boogie getting caught out by Arbet with the X, and that's going to be your Snapfire gone.
Your Admiral is on board.
Just a disastrous fight for 032.
Ooh, just a lot of punishment from Among Us. They still have the Chrono as well. They've got the Static Storm. This is not the time to force a counter fight for 032. Got to be cautious with a clump up. That's what Among Us wants.
Savage, he has that Chrono. He sees Natsumi. does commit the chrono straight off the bat. After that CK, Nico is going to also get arrowed by jabs from the sidelines, and this is really bad for 032. They'll lose their Ember, they get X and glimpse back on Natsumi, and he's gone to the neutral camp of all things. Oh. The Ancients are hungry too.
They blame Whitemon. He got his glimpse. They stacked the glimpse in the X. The static storm wasn't on point, so tips out. Still, you know, very good fight for Among Us. The effects of that team fight coming into play. 032, more patience required here. You don't have yes and Y.
Savage, he's not done, John. He found Bok up at that top lane. Arrow gonna fly through, but it's not necessary. Savage, 5-0-2 now on this faceless void. They are making it look easy.
Oh yeah, they're just well.
They miss the cookie, they get the avalanche, but Abed has a haste rune. He'll turn back around with an X and a torrent boat out onto Matthew. Does toss him up, but now Cuckoo gonna jump in with the follow-up stun, and that's Matthew gone. Abed will take his 5th of the game. Back off again.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah, for Among Us, just on point with the cleanup. 8K lead, 032. The answers are looking a bit fuzzy. No progress in Bok. He is going to finish up his Orchid relatively soon, though. It's going to be flying out. You're going to have that option for control from your NP. Nico, though, switches out onto a Maelstrom. So just more damage that needs to come in here. But the issue now is how to go in. They need some sort of initiation tool. A blink out on Matthew would be fantastic. That is going to be up in about 400 gold. Maybe some patience for that to come out. Once you've got that, go for a smoke play. Hope for some split up play from Among Us and punish the D-clump.
Go trying to secure a top bounty, or rather top power rune, but it's not there. There's going to be an illusion down bot.
Your admiral is on board.
Abed now. Start working on that bottom tier 2 tower. Has the Implore, by the way, on Abed, which is always
of course
the primary neutral item you'd prefer on this hero. Guaranteed Tidebringer crit is always nice. That's a great torrent out onto Nico, and now Savage is going to jump in with Cuckoo, and they blow him up.
Oh man, Abed, now there's a blind torrent in there. He walked back into it and smoked immediately. They want to play sneaky here.
Why not? They're blood hungry right now. Among Us, they're not done. Ninja Boogie shows himself mid lane. Run back into farm a bit. Whiteman, can you get the X? No, they don't need it. They have Cuckoo there with the hoof stomp. Whiteman, no need to glimpse Whiteman, or rather Ninja Boogie, away.
The prize is mine.
Look at poor Natsumi, John. He's just forced to farm in the dire jungle by himself. He's got the S and Y up now. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be quite enough.
Nah, definitely not. The BKB would help, but the progress is slow going. If they can, again, if they can find an opening, force a pick off first on one of these big team fighters. So we're talking about Savage getting picked off, Abed being picked off, or Cuckoo being picked off. You might find a fight afterwards. But when all of them are alive and you force a 5v5, you don't have anything like a Chrono. You don't have anything like Static Storm. You don't have that AoE control on your side.
Pretty Savage working towards his own S and Y on this void now. Not going to have it up too late either. It looks like he'll have it up pretty darn quick at this rate. Ping's coming out for the Roshan pit, so time for Among Us to get in there and sort out this Roshan. Unfortunately, Roshan's not going to last very long at all. No. A lot of damage output. Can be very, very easy taking.
Yeah, it's difficult for 032. They do have some items flying out. There's a Maelstrom up on Nico, so he's got some more damage flying in.
I didn't realize, John, we have the 322 Dream active on the kill score.
Oh, Among Us has got to do it. They have got to give us 3 kills. I'm sorry, 032, but we need to see the 322 in the scoreboard. It's always an occasion when you get that up, Mike.
Bit ironic considering the team they're versing right now. being called 0-3-2, but
Oh no.
Blaine. 3-2, just
Nico got X.
get any space they can. Arbet's gonna catch out Nico.
Just playing with him.
Top lane, however, they have engaged, but Jabs is gonna die. Dream is dead, John, but we've got the 420 Dream active.
Oh!
It's currently available on Savage. He'll get a chrono up onto 2 with the Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. And Bok actually going to get away. Savage may have gone too far, though. No. Bok gets jumped on again. Natsumi is also jumped on with the Static Storm. He's gone. A triple kill out for Savage as he will chase down Ninja Boogie for an Ultra. And they also get Nico up towards the north.
Radiant's top
Look at Savage. He's dancing around Boogie.
Oh man, the confidence from Among Us. Full team wipe, buyback from Bok. Among Us, it's 5-24, Mike, 15k lead. They are just styling. Like, there's no way to explain a 5-24 beyond just amazing play. 0-3-2, they need to step up. A lot of gaps to cover, but they've got the high ground to defend. They've got 2 tier 2s left. They can play the split push game here with Bok. They just need to find a way to break them up. Among Us has not been splitting up. They really need to respect that team fight if it's too much to handle.
Natsumi gonna go in, got a 3-second stun off onto Savage, but he's gonna time walk away. And now X out from Arbet, catching up Matthew on that tiny. Torrent, not gonna be enough, but Matthew can't really get out of this one. Savage will take the kill on the Void. The domination continues here, 17k net worth lead now for Among Us. Dota Plus is actually already saying 100%.
Oh,
well, that's a bit early, but fair enough. The AI has already lost hope.
It's not like this gets any easier late game, right? Like the timings here are not quite lining up. Late game, Among Us will always have Chrono to play with. That is the late game solution if the face is void. There is usually no solution up against Chrono unless you have a Venge swap, unless you've got a disarm, or even possibly a shaker to break off the pathing. Savage can just dance even at the late game, so it needs to come out soon. Needs to find that key pickoff, but they're stuck farming relatively safe here.
Top tower has fallen.
Lane, Natsumi, get torrented. That'll be it. No more for him. Jabs just been on the other side of the map with Cuckoo getting D-Wards out. And they might just jump onto Ninja Boogie, but Matthew was there with the avalanche toss. They'll cookie back in with the chains out of Bok. Is going to go onto Jabs, but now Savage. Another great chrono, catching 2 on the back lines with Arbet to throw the boat in. And well, Natsumi will cop it with Nico. That'll be Natsumi gone.
I have seen the future. You're not.
And Jabs somehow survived in the Mirana. They'll get another. Matthew's still around. He's gone. They call it GG. That's a dominant victory, John.
Among Us showing up. You said the boys had something to prove, Mike. I think they went a bit overboard there. 0-3-2 had no room to read. 5-29. 420 Dream passes by. 21k lead. 25 minutes. Among Us.
For the right price, anything.
The temple sent me.
No
I am
job is
driven
too
by
big.
secrets.
No fee is too big.
My name is Vengeance.
See you in your dreams.
I am Rubik, the Grand Magus.
From a place beyond time. I am the Elder One.
Prepare for battle.
We all from a place beyond time and time beyond counting. I have seen how this war ends. As was prophesied. My path unspools. Time stops. For no one. I'm not ready. Dark portents ahead. Scepter. Road to oblivion. Inexorable. Time. It shall be. I'm here. Not yet. The march of time. Time flows. I go. Face forward. Time to fight. Fate takes. I'm here.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Face your doom. shall be. I'm here. A path for seed. I go. I'm here. Dark Polka. I'm here. I'm here. Feel my mace. Yes. My path unspooled. Inexorable. Face forward.
There is no team above the rest.
How are they going to finish this one off? It looks like Among Us are going to start banning out position ones that they think are viable with the mag. You've got the AM, which was banned, and now the Life Stealer. What else do you have that does enjoy Empower?
There's the Sven. Sven into Void is still something that's annoying because the stun goes through if you don't catch him out. And you have some reaction time to a lot of a Warcry, making it a little bit slower and bursting down people in the chrono. So there is that if they wanted it. We've seen that in different tournaments. I think it's an okay thing to go into. A bit redundant for the Empower on the Sven, but you don't even need that. It's more of the follow-up stun on the RP, I think. It piles on with that Burrow Strike from the Sand King, and it allows you to get a lot of work done in a very short time. So Sven would be nice if 032 wanted it. And it's not banned out, and there's no way Among Us can fit that in as a pick because they've already got the Void and Poswin, so it should be safe for them if they're looking for that.
Oh, ooh. Okay. Bloodseeker to finish off here.
Boy, Bloodseeker Tiny, Mike.
Yeah,
Bloodseeker
Tiny.
Whew, I'm happy.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Bloodseeker Invoker. You know, magic damage out. Bloodseeker Void, attack speed up. With the Ogre Magi buff, with Alacrity on top. It's
not to mention the Blood Rite does fit perfectly into the chrono, so you just basically silence everyone as soon as they come out of that chrono. 032, John, they have one last pick left. They still need their position 1. You brought up the Sven. I think it is probably one of the better options left here. Is that what they want? Holy moly!
They're taking hard. You know your offlane matchup already. It's probably going to be the Cuckoo Blood, which I don't think we've ever seen in our time of casting Geek Fam, because it's been so out of meta, so it's going to be refreshing to see how he runs it here. We'll see what 032 does pull out to deal with it. On paper, in lane, I think Sven is actually okay there. Again, you're playing more with Warcry in that case, but they go with a Morphling. I don't know about that, Mike. Morphling into Bloodseeker, we've seen this one not work out.
It's going to be tough. I believe every single time it's been Morphling versus Bloodseeker, the Morphling has lost in every single matchup. It's going to be a tough one for Natsumi, but we'll see if he can get the job done. So, they didn't really have many options left for position 1s anyway, so I suppose you just go with what you can take. Among Us, though, definitely with their draft do look a little bit stronger here. If I,
oh yeah,
you know, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty generous. I'd peg it a lot stronger, but you can't discount 032's team fight. The thing with it doesn't combine directly well with a Magnus. It does have some good targets to turn into. So you turn into the Invoker to grab some of his spells, whatever is invoked there, or you turn into Bloodseeker, pretty potent, into the Face's Void, pretty nice as well. So those are your options there for Natsumi. And if you turn into either one, you get Empower on top. That's pretty nice. So you have that to play with. You still worry about the lane. You still worry about the Bloodseeker. You have to be careful with how you juggle your HP. This is a Bloodseeker Morphling lane. You know, it's not like Bloodseeker off Morphling mid, unless they flex that. It's a direct lane, and that just makes it harder to play on the edge a Morphling wants to be on.
Absolutely. Of course, shout out to Monster, by the way, just before we get into the game, John. So really good to have Monster as a sponsor these very long days.
Yeah, it is.
8 games a day, John. You need the energy.
Definitely do. No, I didn't have time for merienda, but a sip of that Monster gave me, you know, the sugar rush I needed. I'm feeling great. The games are exciting. The Monster is pumping us up. It's going to be a really good time in the second game of the series.
Love. Game 0-3-2 can make this second game work. See you later, nerds. See you later. It's Among Us right now looking like they might end up leaving
Prepare for
with a 2-0 victory. But it's always good to see both teams very, very happy in a good place here. Not upset by game 1.
No, spirits are high. 0-3-2. It's a nice shake-up here in terms of heroes, and it's going to be the Box Sand King, which I can't recall ever seeing, to be frank. Like, in the Adroit days, I don't recall seeing the Box Sand King, so it's going to be a treat to see it pop out. Matthew on the Wind Ranger, unfortunately, doesn't have the Arcana, but, you know, just don't pick it up. A little bit of tag with jabs, just tossing the chilies onto Nico.
Jabs will get the tip. Nico will be stuck with the chili. Very, very upset about that.
30 seconds to battle.
Jabs will keep just roaming around. Loves the tiny, this player.
Oh yeah. Just so many early opportunities as well with the toss, right? It's been nerfed all the way back now, but even at 850 range, you can make stuff happen, and kind of player to really find those openings.
The funny thing is, they didn't really buff anything that meant any difference for Avalanche Toss with Tiny. He just kind of came back. That was just it. It's like, hey, Tiny's still good. Pick it up again.
Yeah. What I do miss though is Core Tiny, Mike. Not just Core Tiny, but Ags. Core Tiny, you remember that? Remember those games with Tiny Morphling? I love those. I miss those games.
I remember.
Bill, you've got these lanes unfolding. Of course, Jabs up top, and the Tiny is mentioned. He is going to be with Cuckoo's Bloodseeker. Again, first time we've seen Cuckoo and the Bloodseeker in a professional game in a long time. Going to be laning up against Ninja Bogey's Disruptor and Natsumi. In fact, they've got Whitemon around as well. A bit of an early tri-lane here from 032.
They'll be off to a good start. Ninja Boogie a bit too far, gets tossed back into Cuckoo. Whiteman gonna show up now with the Fire Blast and the Blood Rideout from our Bloodseeker, and that'll be first blood. There is no way out for Ninja Boogie, and Jabs will be the one to take it on the Tiny.
That's exactly what you want from this start. Jabs gets to get themselves some EXP, immediate TP down for the Ogre Magi, and look at Natsumi, just stuck there.
Oh, Natsumi, that's a lot of HP being lost. Jabs going at him. Ninja Boogie quickly rushing over to get him a salve. Natsumi was looking a bit thirsty there up in the top lane. Blood Rite is going to be spammed out by Cuckoo, and this is just standard Bloodseeker off-lane play, right? You just push in the wave constantly and always have the XP advantage.
Yeah, it's difficult to stand up. Again, Natsumi is going to have to watch how you juggle your HP. Thirst is up. Sneaky position.
Goes for the Avalanche, doesn't get the toss back. He'll be alright. Of course, we should have a look at the other lanes for a second, John. Mid lane, Nico and Arbit. be up against each other once again. Nico should have the advantage considering he is playing Magnus up against Invoker. Also going to be a Quas Wex Invoker from Arbit, so no Sunstrikes here. Not quite yet anyway. It's like he is going to go for the Tornado EMP Cold Snap kind of build with the Spirit Vessel, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, I don't think you need to rush that Sunstrike build. It's nice to have with a first chrono. You do have enough damage on the map to handle it without Abed contributing, so you just need him to get to a runaway start, and he's making it difficult for Nico. You see that combination come out, the Cold Snap and EMP. Nico's out of mana, so he can't maintain the Shockwave spam, and power is going to drain him down. It puts a cap on the aggression of Nico. He's still finding good farm, though.
Whiteman ends up killing Matthew down at bot lane on the Wind Ranger. Now Bok is just going to be chased down on the Sand King. He does have Burrow. He was just waiting for the time walk out from Savage. Eventually does Burrow strike and salve up. But they are unable to slow down Savage at all, as even top lane, Natsumi, ends up losing his life to Cuckoo on the Bloodseeker.
Oh, that is not a good spot. Morphling can't afford to be that far behind here. You're going to want to get up to a good point. You know, you want to start farming fast, get a Morbid Mask up. Lane matchup. Bloodseeker against Morphling, it's just not fun. Forward Morphling, you're playing on edge, you're juggling your HP. Cuckoo is just going to get bigger and bigger as you right-click on.
Yes, Bloodseeker lane is not fun. Not fun at all. Back down bot. Whiteman and Savage still very comfortable down this bot lane, but Bok has been farming quite nicely on the Sand King. Not pressured too much quite yet on that hero, and of course he can just Sandstorm and clear the creep wave every single time. He has gone for a point in the Caustic finale as well, just to try and apply some pressure onto Savage.
Yeah, it's helping out. This distributed build, though, does mean your options for specializing in anything is limited, and Nico falls.
From Jabs, really helping out with the Avalanche to finish off that kill. And well, Matthew tried to get in range with the Wind Ranger, but wasn't quite there. And now, because he's left the lane, Bok is also going to die to 23 Savage.
Ooh, man. The 5-0 already for Among Us. Sub 5 minute mark. So more than a kill per minute already in the first 5 minutes. It's just a 1k net worth lead, so not too big there. You are still finding good farm on 032. You know, Nico is still maintaining a lot of CS. You're also still seeing Bok on top. But these kills are giving some good momentum towards Among Us. You don't want that to really build up there.
Cuckoo is getting low. Thunderstrike not quite going to be enough to kill him off. He should be just fine. Get out of there and heal himself up by hitting a few creeps. All down at the bot lane. Bit of a fight breaking out here. Bok. He's slowed up by the Ignite. Does get bashed on his way up. Be just fine. Nobody going to go down. It's Whiteman even stealing the bounty rune away from 032, and that's a bit of a shame. You had the Magnus and Wind Ranger there, but they just Whiteman.
Yeah, that's going to be a 4-for-0 bounty rune trade in 5 minute mark. That builds into the 1 to 2k lead of Among Us. So just off to a fantastic start. You're going to have to start stemming that bleeding here, 032. It's not too bad. But you hit that level 6 mark in Savage, you're asking for trouble. And you're also looking at Cuckoo on a very good lane. He's not finding the last hits, so you have that in 032's end. But the EXP is flowing freely. He's going to have Rupture up at a pretty good point in this game as well.
That he is. You know, Cuckoo, he'll probably get aggressive as soon as he does have that level 6 mark. Just in general, Among Us have been extremely aggressive already. 5-0. Jabs now in the mid lane on the Tiny, getting some wards down and trying to find a way into that mid lane, but is going to realize Ninja Boogie does have the high ground warded. Should be able to organize a D ward now, knowing it is there. Then Matthew going to show up in the mid lane on the Wind Ranger just to be able to push that wave out and get some XP for himself, as of course your Magnus can just farm the jungle. They're going to make it that easy on Among Us. Jabs can just roam through the jungle and be very disruptive.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're already making that happen. You can see Nico just running to the upper jungle instead of the triangle because of the risk it poses. They're still getting some good damage onto this mid-tier 1 though. Shackle doesn't land.
Toss back onto Matthew. EMP gonna fly out with an avalanche and Bok. He TP'd in, but he's lost all his mana. Right into the EMP. He can't do anything. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He wants to go back to the bot lane, but it's being blocked off now by Jabs and Whiteman. Jabs, he's sticking around. Matthew gonna spot him out, but tosses him back into Whiteman. Matthew is slowly burning away, still mid lane. RP gonna be committed on Arbet and Cuckoo, but they can't kill him. Nico does die, and well, Matthew on the Wind Ranger also went down, and now Bok's gonna get caught out by Savage.
Oh boy.
Oh no, it's just dominoes falling for 0-3-2.
Ugh, it's 8-0, 3K lead at the 8-minute mark. A kill per minute, all for Among Us. 0-3-2.
Oh,
I love that they're responding, but oh no.
Yeah, Arbet just doesn't care at this point. He has the drums up, so he's just gonna rush for the disruptor kill. Doesn't quite get it yet. Shackles is gonna latch just barely, but the Magnus does manage to clean up Arbet.
It's under attack.
Good trade there for Ninja Boogie. Be a big pick off for Nico on the mag.
Yeah, that's something you want to see. Finally finding their first skill. Big target to pick it up on. What needs to happen now for 0-3-2 is patience. Wait for the blink on your Magnus. Wait for some initial farm on Natsumi. They have bought a lot of space out for the Morphling. He's not too far behind Abed, so it's just about 400 gold behind for the Morph. You need a blink on at least Nico. You would ideally have one on Bok as well. But he's still saving up for the Veil, so you're going to have to just take it on the Magnus, then look for the RP plays. Look at the build-up here on Among Us, though. They've got the Mask of Madness on Savage. His farm will just pick up.
Jabs getting a toss-off onto Matthew with the Tornado flying through from Arbet. Glimpse back, however, Jabs out of position now, but Cuckoo going to get a rupture off onto Nico. They want that mag. Cuckoo, can he get him? Arbet does clean up Matthew and Nico. He's just trying to hide in the tree line, but he does get spotted. Still Cuckoo will back off now. They are all backing off, in fact. They don't want to deal with this whole side of 0-3-2, but Jabs will go back in for an avalanche toss onto Ninja Boogie, but he will go down. Now Cuckoo. The Blood Right. Going to connect on that Disruptor. Both teams will just retreat.
It's a small win for 0-3-2. You're going to be happy finding that pickup on Jabs. Again, you'll take anything you can get. 10-2 at the 10-minute mark, and gotta be a bit cautious here for Among Us. They're playing aggressive constantly, but maybe it's time to step back a bit, wait for the chrono to be up. Savage is gonna have it soon, then you can make to look another player. He is getting a solid push up top by himself. No sign of a defense coming out here from 0-3-2.
Yeah, but they're not done yet, John. They're smoked up. Among Us want to go again.
Under attack.
Up towards that top tower, Matthew could be targeted. He has had 3 deaths already on the Wind Ranger, and this might be the 4th as Arbet gonna get the Tornado into the EMP, an avalanche of Jabs. It's a tough time for Matthew. It's not fun to be the support Wind Ranger in this game. He does get taken down, and we do have a quick pause to come out.
Oh man, it's just bad signs. Like a support Wind Ranger, can still get work done. You still want that good timing on at least a Javelin, but you would want an MKB down the line, even as a support. 4 Staff Assault's going to be key. Get yourself in a good spot, maybe even a Glimmer Cape. Just all the defensive items you can ask for to counteract what Among Us has. You're not finding that farm. You're not finding that space. They just have to surrender it towards these cores. You look at Bok, he's still stuck trying to finish that Veil of Discord. It's just not done. He finished up his treads first, I think. He's flying that out. The progress for Nico onto the Blink is still a long ways off. He's going for the Echo Saber first, as you tend to do, but even then, it's not up there. The progress is slower than you'd want it to be. That just delays the bounce back for 0-3-2. That delays their potential team fight. the level 6 timing for Ninja Bogey as well. He needs it up. He needs it up soon. They're trying to give him that EXP. But while these tools aren't up, you just don't have anything in a big 5v5. You can punish the overextensions. But once that chrono is in play, all you can do is really run away.
It's a tough time here for 032. They're working on it, John. You know, it is 11-2 with a 3k net worth lead. Things are a bit slow for this Diet side for now. You can already see Among Us starting to posture around that Diet jungle now. Not run in that area. Highly doubtful they could go for a tier 2 tower this early, but they could definitely just take over the jungle. Not to mention, with that chrono being up on Savage, you could just try to go for another team fight now.
Yeah.
Really nothing to stop you.
Definitely not. You've got your Ogre around for the Bloodlust. You've got Abed, who could give you a low-level alacrity, which isn't amazing, but, you know, a buff is a buff. You're gonna like that on the Faceless Void anyway. And this is just the early game. As this game goes on, you say, for example, you get the Ags up on Abed, the Cataclysm comes into play. Chrono Cataclysm is just very, very terrifying, no matter what circumstance. It is just a lot of damage you have to contend with. And 032, they also scale pretty good late game, but they have to have space to farm in that late game. They just, if they stem the bleeding here, right, if they defend their tier 2s well, ensure that they have at least 2 tier 2s standing by the 25 to 30 minute mark, I think that's enough space for them to get that farm, get the economy on a bounce back. But you have to be very defensive in those, at least 2 tier 2s.
Yesterday I was telling you, John.
Yeah.
I had to eat the same dinner 4 times in a row.
Don't tell me it's a 5th.
Yeah, there's gonna be a...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what? You should take some of Cuckoo's advice. You know what he said in lobby in the first game? Cuckoo said, eat balot. Maybe we should have some...
John?
Remember, we had this talk, Mike. It's a duck egg with a chick in it.
Oh,
Duckling.
right.
And Cuckoo's advice was, eat balot. I'm like, okay. Sure. I don't know where that came from, but sure.
I've always been bad with that kind of stuff, I'll be honest, John. The certain textures just don't go well with me.
I can respect that. It's an acquired taste, but like,
it is an acquired taste, yeah, for sure.
I've had it twice, but those 2 times again, it's with more mature liquids around. It tends to be that for the Filipinos. There's another thing you could try. I mean, you have that halo place near you. You know, that's a good one. You know, to wash down.
I do want some of that.
Yeah, to wash really down the meal you'll have. You grab a glass of halo. That would be one way to do it. Still, right in time. Halo mentioned. 032 just wants to go.
Yep, very into time over. Back to work, boys. Last time we checked, they had the chrono up on Among Us. They're ready to go.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Like Savage is just working directly towards the MKB now. Do they want to rush for another team fight? I mean, looks like they might. Mid lane. There is a bit of posturing out here from Jabs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dust is committed onto Bok. There's your Rupture coming out. All onto the Sand King, so Bok can't really move. He also has no mana left, so Savage is going to jump in. Gets one, but now the Savage RP out from the mag, and that'll mean this Void might just be dead, and he does go down. Abed now needing to leave the building on the Invoker, but he might be in danger. Gonna try and run. Ninja Boogie. No, Natsumi gets the kill. Meanwhile, to the south, Matthew holding everyone else back on the Wind Ranger. That's a very successful team fight for 032.
They got the 2 big heroes you could always want to have. It's the 2 big ones. So they get those kills. They kind of even out the network lead just a bit more, dragging it back. Have to respect the RP. Have to respect the team fight. You catch one out, sure, it's just one, but then your entire game plan falls apart. You're not big enough in Abed to get all the spells out. You already used a Rupture in Cuckoo. Blood Right cooldown is not that short yet. Does take level 25 for that to be on a ridiculous cooldown, so you have to be cautious with the tools that you use, but with those tools expended, the Savage still has the Chrono that clean up that tier 1.
You know, the funny thing was, John, the RP wouldn't have connected on Savage had it not been for Jabs tossing him in. So, Jabs, bit of a toss there on Nico. Might have been a slight mistake. Could be a stun out onto our Disrupt on Ninja Boogie, and he is going to die very easily, but Bok is going to walk in with a Burrow Strike now. Savage still has that Chrono up, but is not going to expend it quite yet. Allow his team to retreat. He will get back to farming his MKB. You know, even after that kill on Savage, he's just still at the top of the net worth board. He was just too far ahead to begin with.
Yeah, he's way up there. You are seeing Natsumi catch up, and Natsumi, he's in a pretty decent spot. Yasha going to be coming out relatively soon, so our Morphling is at least finding that catch-up farm safely. They are, you know, waiting for a couple more. The Veil just about to be completed on Bok, and then it's into the Blink. So you could potentially see the Sand King blink out. Even the Magnus blink, it's still a ways off, but once that's up, again, you just need to get that team fight landing. Land the RP in 1 or 2, find the follow-up, and those are really easy kills to find.
Whiteman gonna have a venture through his jungle. Wards down. Sumi towards that S and Y on the Morphling. Should get there fairly soon. Well, Matthew just trying to go for a Glimmer Cape on this Wind Ranger, so not really trying for anything like the casual Javelin or the MKB. He does get a nice Shackle off, but Bok was not within range. In fact, things have been going so bad for Bok, he still doesn't even have the Veil up.
Yeah, it's been slow going. Like the delayed Veil means a delayed Blink. Just not a good time to go.
But Savage does escape the kinetic field, looking for a Chrono attempt. Won't get one out yet. They'll go on to Natsumi, but Matthew, with the shackles, not latching on. And they've left Cuckoo behind. Cuckoo, he's gone. Savage, unwilling to Chrono.
It's an awkward position. 032, you saw their spacing, very split up. Couldn't find that big opening. You had Abed way too up front as well. You don't want to have to Chrono your Invoker inside. You need him out. You need him to give you spells, give you a buff. But they are punished. 032, they're finding a step here. They're finding some opportunities. They will catch Ninja Bogiato, but don't have the heroes to really get that kill.
Jabs. It comes back there on the Tiny.
I'll take your for the twins.
Well, it looks like Among Us.
Tower is under attack.
Gonna sit back and just keep waiting for that MKB, I believe. Has given time though. Nico does have his own Echo Saber up. It is a very, very late timing for a mag, but it's there now. It does allow him to get a lot more damage out, assuming he can connect the RPs off.
And, you know, that does mean the build up to the Blink should be a bit faster for Nico, having this additional farm acceleration. So we're set to see our first Blinks here for 032 soon, maybe in the next 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Once you've got that, again, they're already finding some wins here. They can keep racking those wins up. Among Us might find themselves on a bit of a deficit if they're not careful. They are just playing farming now. Savage is really close towards that MKB. Going to go into the BKB next, just to keep himself safe. But look at this, Nico charged in.
For a skewer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jabs. Oh, let's have the Blink up with an Avalanche Toss and a Sunstrike, but it's not going to be enough damage. It's oh, there's the Chrono out from Savage. He sees Nico, he wants to expend it. Static Storm is going to be committed, but it looks like they are going to be at least get disrupted, but Savage does actually get bursted down. Alright, so a decent trade here for 032 in some sense. And they're also going to find Jabs getting shackled up in the tree line. Natsumi doesn't really have the highest amount of damage right now on this Morphling, but eventually does get the kill.
Yeah, those are big kills to get. punishing Savage for a really deep chrono in that backline, and the response now from 032 is looking a lot better. They're jumping in with their spells, they're getting the chains off. The follow-up from Bach, it was that epicenter that really finished off Savage in there, along with a Static Storm Silence. They're throwing a lot of spells for one guy, but it's the one guy you want to kill from that death. Natsumi is now on top of net worth, so the swing back motion is starting to come into play. You have to be cautious about this Among Us. If you start slipping up here, 032 will bounce back very, very hard and fast, because their lineup, it really does excel in these bigger engagements.
Another Sunstrike in from Abed off the back of the Avalanche toss from Jabs, and it does work. So we are seeing the points being skilled up into Exort now for Abed, so he does want to have a bit more damage on this Invoker. He's still working towards his own Aghanim Scepter, but it looks like it is coming relatively soon. Interesting to note, he didn't bother for the Midas nor the Spirit Vessel on that Invoker this time around. Just straight drums to Axe, which is very unusual.
Yeah, I think in this case, you've got the Void, you've got the Chrono, you want that Cataclysm, you want the AoE effects up and running. So they're just going to be going for it. It helps out massively, and you just needed to get to that point. They're still playing a bit of a waiting game, but there's that blink. Nico has it up. They've got opportunities to get big plays here, 032, and this could be the start of their bounce back. Immediate smoke up.
They can make it happen.
Are scanning.
Gab's just going to be chilling up that top lane. 3-2 will continue rushing through the river with their smoke.
Oh, Savage.
Oh, Savage, he just time walked. Ninja Boogie does have the glimpse, but oh, he doesn't time it right. Nico doesn't get in range for the RP either.
Radiant are scanning.
032 now, just trying to get out. That's your blink reveal, by the way, on Nico. Does make it very obvious he did have that blink. To get anything out of it.
Bit of a shame. That was a big tool they had to reveal fast. Doesn't get used the way they wanted to, and now Among Us, they get time to respond. They've got Chrono and Savage. If they do want to force a counter fight at some point, they're going to have the opportunity to respond. 032, they're clumping up top. They want that tier 1.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, they'll go for the same thing down at the bot lane. So just an even trade between these towers. But 032, it looks like they are interested in defending, so they smoke up again.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Abed already getting that bottom tier 1, so they're going to run the other way now, 032.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
just
top tower.
A bit of indecision, it seems, as to what they want to get done.
Dire's bottom tower.
Matthew, run past Cuckoo. They'll go for the burrow initiation from Bok, and Cuckoo also ruptured up. That's not going to be nice for Nico. Cuckoo managed to barely get the rupture off. They will still be able to get the Bloodseeker kill, however.
That's a big one. Again, finding these small pickups for 032 helps them to accelerate up. They are still at a 4K deficit, but they're finding the aggressive plays. There's that Ags up and up it now, though. He does have the Cataclysm ready to go. Chrono out later on. Press that Cataclysm, and you are in for a world of hurt if you're clumped a bit too tightly there from 032.
True. Savage, he does have the MKB, and so he is going to try for the Roshan play. So with that Bloodlust, you do hit very hard and very fast, and Abed's going to give it an Alacrity over as well.
Look at that.
For the twins.
Actually going to smoke, so just baiting the Roshan now, trying to get this Chrono. Work with them here. Bok is going to be there to break the smoke. He should see them now and does immediately back off. They're going to go for a counter smoke. Right into Cuckoo. Not really the target they want to go after first, but they may have no choice in the matter. Matthew has his smoke broken, so Cuckoo does know they're going to wait for mid. Natsumi gives vision for the glimpse back onto Cuckoo. Meanwhile, in the back, they also found jabs on that Tiny. They're scurrying back, but now the Chrono and the Cataclysm to come out, and they blow up. Arbed on a double. Natsumi is trapped in a net right now. He's got nowhere to go, and he is dead.
Your page in history.
Bok, oh, he's trying to just burrow strike and blink away, but Arbed not going to have that. Does get the tornado. Wants the full team wipe. That is a very, very nice deafening blast. Burrow strike out, but the toss in from jabs, and that'll be a triple kill out for 23 Savage. And they go back for the Roshan.
Oh man, a beautiful play from Cuckoo. Oh, he broke the smoke by coincidence, and he dropped the ward out. Like this one ward saved them that fight. They were aware, they clumped up at the right spot. They sacrificed so much to take one hero out from 032. Cost them too much. The reveal of that Ags Cataclysm with that Chronosphere, we talked about it for a long time. Seeing it in action is always a treat to watch in 032. It's not a treat for them. They've got to be cautious to put their clump up now. They need to get the RP off. Nico has been holding on for a very long time. They've been finding these single target pickoffs, but when it comes to the RP, you need to catch the big boys. It needs to be Abed or it needs to be Savage there. They just don't have vision on those big targets.
032, they just can't catch a break this game. Nico still has that RP to use.
Radiant are scanning.
Just about the damage that's going to follow up here. 032 seem very comfortable just allowing Natsumi the time to farm.
Dire are scanning.
You can't quite blame him for that as he's getting closer and closer to that Eye of Skadi. Again, well, giving the same amount of time to Savage. Still, Bok is going to jump in onto jabs, and Nico looking for a skewer attempt, won't quite get it. Instead, they'll turn their attention over to Savage. RP still not being used up. They'll hold him with the kinetic field, and Savage is going to try to mad fight, but will lose the Aegis. Now Jabs jumping in for an avalanche toss onto Matthew with the Sunstrike, does get the kill. Bok a little confused there, does get the epicenter off. Jabs will die. Bok is probably going to go down for it, though. Nice static storm out from Ninja Boogie, holding down Savage. Natsumi trying to go for the damage output, but Savage is just man fighting back. It looks like they want to disengage now, but Cuckoo rushing forward. They will not get anyone. They get the TPs off in time. Sunstrike from Arbed, not going to be on target.
The caution here from Nico. I respect the fact that he wants to land a bigger RP. I think you've got to be careful how long you hold on to it. Like, there's an opportunity here for Among Us. They've got the Chrono ready to go. Savage can just make use of it. The Cataclysm is going to be down for a bit. But once it's up, the damage that you can get out with the combination, it's going to be ready. And you've got the BKB now in Savage. So he's not going to die or get controlled up easily. In fact,
Savage, two-man Chrono is going to be committed with the Cataclysm to flying down. That'll be Nico just getting destroyed. And now they're on the run. Natsumi probably also going to die. Matthew's gone. It's a triple kill out for Arbed, and it might just be an Ultra. They're throwing kills away to Arbed right now. Ninja Boogie going to go down to Whiteman, and that'll be another four-man wipe. No hesitation out from 23 Savage.
Yeah, that group up from 032, man. That's not it. Catching the Magnus and the Morphling, the key targets for Among Us to keep an eye out for, and they just catch him. The Cataclysm came out. That's the timing for Among Us. They just get those spells out. They have the damage. They have the control. Oh.
And nice bounce back from Jabs once again. He has been so effective. Constantly looking for those avalanche tosses. He just continues to set up kills for his team. That'll give a 16k net worth lead over to Among Us. Dota Plus getting to that stage again, John. 95% for Among Us. Jabs, always blinked in, but doesn't have a toss target. Can they take him down? They silence him up. Savage has jumped in. Still, he might be in danger. He'll throw the Chrono out. Nico waiting for that RP attempt, but he's going to lose all his mana to Arbit. He doesn't have the mana pool for the RP anymore, so Nico's gonna go down.
Dire's bottom tower
And Savage gets out of there.
Oh man, that is so tough. Now for 032, they've held on to the RP since that mid lane fight. Remember that one fight where they got the kill on Savage? That was the only RP I remember from this match. And 032 been way too cautious with it, missing out on opportunities. And they're just, the lead widens here among us. They've just got complete control so far. There is nothing that can stop them at this point, unless you get that team fight perfectly. They have to commit this RP. Catch one, catch two, doesn't matter. Drag them back, get the epicenter on top, throw everything you can to just find that one kill and stop Among Us from just bashing their heads against you.
Savage. It's getting real out of control now.
They've got the chrono back up, and did I just see a quickening, 2 quickening traps, or?
You probably did, John. There's one on Arbit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I only see one on Arbit.
Okay, so that's just a late. Yeah, it was a late notification. I thought for a moment that for some reason Abed had one and Cuckoo found one. I would be very worried for 032 if they just lost a tier 3 item like that. Still, top tier 2 cleared out, no problems here. 20k lead up now, Mike. They've got the chrono. I do believe they've got the Cataclysm as well. In fact, Abed's saving for a refresh. So as this game ticks on, you know, that team fight gets a bit scarier.
Lane. So Matthew, he's gonna go for the Glimmer out of there. Be just fine. Bot gonna be nearby on the Sand King. Still has that RP. They're looking to initiate. Savage gonna go onto the high ground now. Bot gonna get ruptured up. Ninja Boogie meanwhile getting taken up by Jabs. Up the chrono once again out from Savage. He keeps catching both those calls. It's always Nico and Natsumi caught in the chronosphere over and over again.
Oh man, it's devastating for 032. They are not using their spells. They cannot use their spells. Now they've got to buy back, one buyback down. They've got 2 remaining. They've got the RP. They've got the Static Storm. You can't hold out here. Your racks are gone.
Matthew, Shackle is going to connect there onto Cuckoo, but how do you get in there? You just can't. You've got to accept that this tier 3 tower might be gone. They'll drop the Static Storm and buy back even more. They're going to rush in. They still have the RP. They might feel confident. There's the RP. It's only on Arbed, however. Arbed might just drop. And Deputy Blast is out. He is going to try and make a run for it, and Arbed is gone.
No way!
He is safe. Jabs, careful with the toss there, sir.
What?
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
032, Ninja Bogey. He dropped the Static Storm. It was on top of Savage. Then he decided to use his glimpse to put him outside. I don't understand what's going on. They are feeling a bit pressured. They need to line these spells up. It has to be RP into Static Storm, and then the Epicenter follow-up. It's 1+1+1. They need to add that up and get their tree, get the kills. But they're just rushing through it.
Quick math there, John. Very nice. It has been a bit tough though for 032. It's they're not landing the combos they want. There has been a lot of hesitation with these big ultis, and at some point you just get frustrated. You get sick of waiting for that right opportunity, so you just throw one out. Figure out you can't even kill one person. So it's tough. They are 30k behind, which is bad as it gets. Dota Plus, yeah, we're flatlining, John, and 99% right now.
Yeah, it's
tower is under attack.
To be expected though, when how far ahead Among Us is. 30k lead, 33 to 11. A factor of 3 is how far they're ahead into the Roche pit.
Doesn't last very long, John. Doesn't last very long.
Those buffs, man. Those buffs onto Savage. Too much. And there's that smoke. Right off on the offensive. They've got the refresh on Abed. Double Cataclysm in the Chrono. You're not going to live through that one.
See how they try to deal with this. They actually have the RP back up with the rest of their ultis. Matthew, having such a bad game, he hasn't actually skilled the focus fire up. I didn't realize up to this point. He literally hasn't touched it. It is not skilled up because there is no point. The epicenter out from Bok. Doesn't go into Cuckoo. Now a great shackles there from Matthew, but there is no follow-up once again. And Savage just walks in for a 3-man chrono. Now the double cataclysm gonna blow him up, and this game is over. They've called the GG. Oh, the torture ends for 0-3-2. My God.
Was that even a game like? 0-3-2 they got schooled. They got brought into class. The teacher put them in detention. They're still stuck there among us. Out on top in style, 38-11, 36.